Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. Previous class we discussed about the Varnotpatti Sthanams. So this entire thing is given in Taittiriya Upanishad called Sikshavalli in one line. If you understand that line and that each thing, you can understand entire Varnasamam of Sanskrit. Sikshavalli says, Siksham Vyakhyasyaamaha Varnaswaraha Matra Balam Samasantanaha Ityukta Shikshadhyayaha. That's one line. It says, Siksha Vyaksha. We are going to discuss about the Shiksha Shastra. That Shiksha Shastra, which explains about the Varnams, the phonetics, have these things. Varna, they have letters. Varnaswaraha, that has some sound, tone. Varnaswaraha, matra, balam, matra. Each and everything will have matra. Ardhamatra is k, or ardhamatra. Ardhamatra is just half second. And ekamatra is, if you, just approximately 1 second. For example, all these vyanjanas, or these swaras are ekamatra. And dvimatra is called dirgha. Hrasva, dirgha, plutaha. These three things. We may write a, e, u, all these things, but there are a lot of combinations in that. There are three matras. Hrasva is a, dirgha is a, pluta is three matras, that is a, e, u, three matra. So these things, if you try to write, you will get lot of alphabets. Alphabets means there is not alpha and beta in that. There is a to ksha. So that is aksharams. They have numerous. So that is one thing. And again, anunasika, ananunasika. Two divisions in that. Straight. Kantha and u also nasal sound. That is anunasika, ananunasika. A dvividha, two types again. So like that, only vowels or swara itself, you have many combinations. That's why varna swaraha, that meaning matra balam. Matra is already I discussed. And swaras are three types: udatta, anudatta, and swarita. Udatta, anudatta is low. Swarita is combination of these two.
And prachaya.
Prachaya is again prachaya, and 7 types they come in Samaveda. That's a big study actually. That tone also have different meaning. Is already discussed in our Shiksha Shastra. It is already discussed in our Shiksha Shastra. Balam. Balam is very, very important word there. Matra, balam. Balam is prayatnam, effort. Effort on anything. So, efforts are two types. Bahya prayatna, abhyantara prayatna. Bahya prayatna is, see, we have 4 stages of sound like para, pashyanti, madhyama, and vaikhari. Vaikhari state come from here. Vak. Vak is nothing but vyaktam, which comes expression. From here it starts. But that preparation starts before itself and it expressed. That vaikhari state has 2 types of efforts. Bahya prayatna and abhyantara. Abhyantara is within that part of the mouth, whatever efforts. That's what we discussed yesterday. Ruturashana, murda, how you push your tongue. Without tongue, try to utter something. Just do your samvrta, your tongue, means close your tongue and try to utter something. You can't. That's the main karana. That's sthana is the place where you push. Sthana and karana, prayatna. Prayatna is the effort. Based on the prayatna, if you touch your tongue on the teeth, that is dantya. Litilasanam, la, litilasanam, tattha daddana, they come from t. All these things they come. That is prayatna. That is abhyantara prayatna. In abhyantara prayatna, there are 5 types. They are actually sprustam. Sprustam is you touch your tongue in different places. Then you create the sprustam. Ishat prustam, you touch but not touch. Those are yaralavas. Ishat prustam or yaralava. And Ishat divrutam, whatever these things. Ishat divrutam comes sashasaha. That's why they are called ushma. Ishat divrutam. Divrutam is open. All these things you open, you express. But yaralava, you just open and do. You divrutam. And samvrutam, vivrutam. Vivrutam is you open, and Ishad Vivrutam little open, and Samvrutam is close. Are two types, Vivrutam and Samvrutam also. Bahya Pratna is from your vocal system or from your the breathing, you change this. That's why they have again 11 types. 8 types related to Hal. Hal is nothing but the consonants. 3 types are for the vowels. Vivara, Samvara, Nada, Ghosha, Alpaprana, Mahaprana. These 6. So, and there are other 2, there are 8 types. Depends on that. See, there is a sutra in Sanskrit grammar, the Vyakaranam. It says Tulya Asya Prayatnam Savarnam. Tulya means equal play. Asya is mouth. Asya Prayatnam, effort, is Savarnam. From where you are uttering, for example, Tatta Daddana are Savarnams. They are same Varnams because they are coming from same place. But why you are getting Ta, Da? They are different sounds. Ta, Da, Ghosha. That's why they divided the Prayatna into different things. Even though you have Savarnam, but that will change. That's why their Bahya Prayatnas are 8 types. And Da is there, but Dha is nothing but Mahaprana. Da is Alpaprana. Ta, Alpaprana. Mahaprana is you push lot of, means you use your breath. That is Mahaprana. So these are Bahya Prayatnas. That is meaning of Balam. Matra Balam, Sama Santanaha. Sama is nothing but the modulation between 2 things, 2 varnams. For example, A and Ka, when you are dealing with 2 varnams, you should maintain not too much gap, not less gap. You should have some rules. And Santana is nothing but if 2 varnas are mixing, then the Sandhi happens. How you need to use that Sandhi? These all discussed in the Siksha Shastra, Varna Samamnayam. Once you have those things, then second step is you will learn how to mix those. Ach and ach. Vowel and vowel, if you mix, what happens? Vowel and consonant, if you mix, what happens? Consonant mix, what happens? If you mix consonant, that is called the Samyoga. Krishna, Shanna. There, Vyanjana is nothing but Ka to Sha. Those things Ka and Ga, that is Samyoga. Samhita is you should have at least 1 Swara, vowel. Those kind of combinations. These all discussed. First thing is what is Varna, what is Varnotpatti Sthanam, from where they come, and why you are organizing in that sequence. We have a logical background for our organization. Why Kakha Gana, Chicha Jijana, Chicha, and Yara Lava, why we are organizing afterwards. Katu, Kacheta Tapa, we have Yara Lava because they are Antastha Ushma. Again, that is Abhyantar Pratnam. Each Ushma, Antastha, Yara Lava and Sashasa, they are Antastha. Why they are actually in that place. All these things, that is called Siksha Shastra. Once those things you are familiar means uttering, not just writing. You should practice that. If you can utter from that place properly, Ha and H, Visarga is different. Like that you practice. Then second step is mixing those 2. Gunita is nothing but K plus A, Ka, K plus E, Ki, K plus U, Ku. That is one second step, Gunita. Once that Gunita is done, there is A and A. Also you can add. Even Swara and Swara you can mix, not just Hal and Ach. If you mix those things, A and A, there is an I. That's why they organized A, I, U, and I, O. These things came last because they are adding them and they are creating that. So Varna is nothing but a color. If you mix colors and you will get different colors. That's it. And third step is, once you have those varnams and mix of varnams, you will create a padam. Padam is nothing but word. In English, you have word, sentence. Here, padam and vakyam. This padam, you need to use different things. There is a subantam, tigantam. There is a 2 actually, kriya vibhakti and nama vibhaktis. For creating names, you have a nama vibhakti. For verbs and all, if you want to create, you should have a kriya vibhakti. They're a very nice language it is, because if you have a dhatu is nothing but a root. From pratipadika, actually that's pratipadika, you add pratyaya. For example, you take vak is a dhatu, vakyam. It is expressed from vak is vyaktayam, vak, and you add something. For example, invert and revert. You observe that Latin word, invert, vert, came from Sanskritam vartana, antarvartana, bahikvartana. Vartana, vert became. Intro is antahvartana. Antah is called a suffix or prefix, and there is a root verb in between. You add something, you will create numerous words in Sanskrit. That's the basis. There are a few dhatus, from there you can create. That is the third step, how you create the words. From words, how you create the sentences or the vakyam. That is bhasha vibhaga. Then you have namavachika, all these things, and sarvanama. Sarvanama is nothing but noun, pronoun, all these things. So from there you expand. So the basis for it, what I am going to conclude is, basis for entire thing is varnam. Here varnam, aksharam. Na, you may say na have meaning. Na is no. In Sanskrit there is meaning. But sometimes ka may not have meaning. If you add to ka to other, it create a word, then it will have meaning. Means somebody says varnam doesn't have meaning. No, they have meaning, but if you mix varnams, you create words or padam. For the padam also, they have meaning. That's why we should not neglect the varna shastram in Sanskritam. So we touched upon these things the previous session. This, what I will do is, please bring some notebook or this. Also, I'll give the material next week, so that you will have that proper varna aspect. Then we'll mix those things, samyoga and all. We'll start the padam. That's grammar actually. Siksha Shastra and Vyakarana. Vyakarana is from padam and vakyam. That state they start. That's the steps actually. So Siksha Shastra is the basis. That is the traditional way of learning. If you normal other languages, they don't have that varna and all. It is not, you can't repeatedly use the dhatus. That's why you have to by heart the words. But here no need to by heart. If you know the dhatu, you can create words. You can automatically create. Even though there are numerous words, you can create infinite words. You can easily remember in Sanskritam. But other languages, just they created, they have some meaning. You write ABC. ABC is noun. Why? What is ABC? It is noun. It is, but in Sanskritam they say Vagardha Vivasam Prukta Vagardha. Padardham is which, the padam which explains the ardham, meaning of that. That's called Padardham. You say something that is described by the vak. That's why vak and ardham are not different in Sanskritam. That is the basis. So we discussed about Varna Shastra, and we'll go further and move further, and we'll discuss padam, vakyam, grammar, everything. I'll distribute the material, but please bring the notebook and pen if possible next time onwards.
And conclude from my side, there's a Ushma Akshara is there.
Yeah.
Sa, Sha, Sha. When say Sha, you feel the heat. If it is some words, it's people with cold related, expression related problem, always feeling cold, that they are given this training. Ushma Akshara. It heats up the body. Ushma. Like ha. You feel we say in the cold days, it's a ha. It's a Ushma Akshara. It's generates the heat. Those aksharas, some it's people with the cold related problem, expression related problem, stammering related problem, they find this one beneficial.
Yeah. If you practice these things, how like Rajendra said, Ushma, it create, that is his subject. He actually compare Varna and the Panchakoshas as Panchabhutas, everything. That's a big subject. He can teach that. Thank you. Om Shanti. Swasti.